So the other day, my Mac was just not having it. I hadn't been home for like a few days, and I came back, and when I come home, I just want to chill and boot up my Mac and just have a browse. So that's what I did. Anyway, all my files went. Little did I know this was a day of just agony, stress, and it just wasn't fun. To the point where I was going to put my fist through my Mac. It was getting to that point where, where you just think, just one more thing, this is it, and I will launch it.
Yep.
So that's exactly what I was getting like. Rebooted it, and it logged me out, and I forgot my password. I never forget my password, but for some reason, the password that I know it just wasn't accepting. Didn't give me a prompt, didn't give me anything. So I was like, you bastard, if you don't do it in a minute, I'm going to fucking throw you out. So I was kicking off. As you both are well aware how I was in the group chat talking about, I was genuinely considering giving up on just making the videos and stuff. It was like that annoying. I was at it for like 5 hours. I hadn't been sleeping, so that didn't help. Well, anyway, it's fixed now. The reason why it needed an update. Listen, if I wasn't bald now, I would have been after those 5 hours. Believe me.
The hairs just fall out.
Yes. Like that. Honest to God, it was one of the most stressful things that I've put up with. But it was just such a simple fix, and I just don't understand why it happened.
How old is your Mac?
It's brand new.
It's from like 2020.
Brand new. It's brand new, but it moves like a slug, and I don't understand it.
Mine probably runs about as well as yours does, and it's from like 2012. So like Mac sucks, dude. They're so bad.
Honest to God.
I don't know why you guys have them or use them.
I got mine too for free, so I'm not going to complain about having free computers.
That's
justified. No, the thing with me was that my PC broke, and I desperately needed something to replace it. I mean, at this point, I didn't have my iPad, which I'm on now, which would have worked because I could have got the keyboard with it and then, done my stuff that way. Yeah. But I had nothing, so I was like, well, I need something. And I knew my uncle had a Mac. I thought, do you know what, I'll have it. Cost me £400 down, and it's a piece of shit. It's the worst thing I've ever bought. It just makes my life a misery.
Same amount of money and got an HP or a Dell
or
something else.
I should have.
That would actually work.
Oh, don't worry, it's not going to make it past Christmas.
If you decide to destroy it, please record yourself do it. I want to see a violent video of you smashing that thing. I want to see you take a flamethrower to that bitch.
Mate, I was honest to God, I went down at one point and I was like, "Where are your hammers?" And then I was like, "Where are your hammers?" I was like, "Why?" So I'm gonna fucking smash that PC up in a minute. Pissing me off. Like I said, I was. You listen. You wouldn't, because it would just be me going, "Fuck!"
That's good. I'd pay good money for that shit.
That'd be entertaining.
It's stressing. Oh, it was bad. It was
very
really
good
bad.
money to see that.
No, honest to God, I was seeing red.
You was turning red.
It was bad.
I can picture you being
really
all pink in the face and just sweating.
Mate, honest to God, 5 hours, and I had like little to no sleep over the last like week or so. I didn't know. So I was like, yeah. So that was my cold opening. I mean, it's not super funny or anything.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Welcome to the All Things Geek podcast. I am Tyler, also known as Bionic Kasai, joined by...
Who are you pointing at on your head?
You. Okay. It's always you.
It's never me. I don't know.
It's always
you.
It's
not Braden for me.
It's been you every single time.
End, completely different. Anywho.
Okay, you're always next.
Sounds
good.
Jesus. Sounds good. Braden, a.k.a. Renzolian.
And the illustrious, the mythical, the legendary, lazy...
Also, fuck you, bud. Alright, Leighton, also known as Rangus, but I go by the Northern Dalek now.
Yeah. Fair enough. He's back.
Founder of the podcast. Who,
I mean, I've had my reasons not to come on. Like, you know,
yeah,
work
also not
and
to make it
stuff.
for a year.
Work and also
Uh-huh.
just couldn't be asked. But here we are. We're back.
It's fine. We run
no.
it now, and you're a guest.
I just run the Instagram account, but still,
You do.
I've seen the stuff the boys have been posting and stuff, and it's good stuff. So it's good that it's still going. It's alive and well, better than ever.
It's a lot coming
It's
from the
kicking.
Godfather of the channel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got his blessing to continue on. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, it only took months of begging, but
It was a long time.
Mhm.
It was mostly because you just didn't want to do it. You just were like,
No, it's what for? Don't mind me. What to start it
just
back
to
up?
give us access to the channel
Yeah.
so that we can start it back up.
Well, no, to be fair, we did start off like asking, like, hey, can we bring back the podcast? Not necessarily like we run it, just to be like, hey, let's bring it back.
Oh yeah.
He was like, hell no.
Mhm.
And they were like, okay, well then would you give us the podcast? He's like, like, just give it to us. And he's like, oh, all right, fine.
Yeah, I was like, as long as I can have control the Instagram account, which is
This is
part
the
of my
weird-
personal account, I can't.
That's the only reason why.
give you the login for that, but
Yeah.
everything else, yeah.
Alrighty,
enough.
moving on. We have
Mhm.
a little bit of a lighter week than the last 2 weeks.
Much
in
lighter
terms
than
of
last week.
Stuff to talk about. I mean, yeah, much lighter than last week, but
I hope you got no one walks in on me. I swear.
just keep it in your pants.
What are you doing here?
To start with, some light news. An Android revealed a Shadow the Hedgehog figure, which is pretty cool. It's the year of Shadow, as everybody knows. So this is pretty rad. He looks pretty cute. I'm not gonna get it because I don't get Nendoroids, but
They
I
do
like
suck.
that he exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are stinky poopy.
I had the Nendoroid
what?
Sonic back in the day. You can check the chat or like just see what we're talking about.
Yeah, I've got it up on my phone.
Okay, good. Yeah, I had the Nendoroid Sonic back in the day, and I used to really like him, but they don't really articulate any way that you'd want them to.
Yeah, I can see that they don't have articulation in the legs.
Well, the legs, I think themselves kind of move, but like, it's pretty lame.
Yeah, they do. They just don't have knees.
They're pretty lame.
I also don't understand why it comes with a stand. Like,
probably because he's got a big ass noggin.
Half of them can barely stand, so. But
enough.
this is one of the few ones that could stand because he's got big ass shoes. So I don't know.
True.
Most Nendroids have little tiny baby feet, so this is a weird. But whatever, they're gonna throw it in.
What's the scale for this?
Oh,
how big are they? You've had one in person.
I have a Nendroid Morgana from Persona 5. He's like this is bad scale because you don't know how big this is, but like he's probably like that tall. So he's like this is
like 3 inches.
Yeah, 3.5 maybe.
Right, okay.
3 3/4 inch, a little bit taller, maybe 4 inch.
Good.
I don't know. They vary from figure to figure, but whatever. I don't. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Some more Shadow representation in the year that he's going to be on the big screen.
Makes Tyler happy. Makes him very horny.
Yeah.
He's bricked up right now, dude.
Yeah.
Then we started the week with quite a bit of Marvel Legends news.
With a really great Marvel Legends wave that I really want.
You want the wave?
I want the entire wave. Mainly for the mainly for the Builder figure, but also.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
I want that Dracula figure, but
Oh yeah, he looks so good.
But
this
yeah,
is the
that
Strange Tales wave.
Yeah, we got West Coast Moon Knight, Vampire Storm.
This is
Brother Voodoo, Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember the other ones.
There's Damien Hellstorm, whatever his
Yeah.
name is.
Yeah. Lilith is the ugly ass woman.
Mm-hmm. And then Weapon of Vengeance.
Oh yeah,
Weapon of Vengeance.
People call him Helverine.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his actual name.
I guess he's Ghost Rider Wolverine.
This is interesting, I guess. That Bath though.
And then
I want the Bath. I really want it.
Pretty good.
He's pretty cool.
It's pretty solid wave.
I have a
Damien.
Yeah.
I don't like that Damien exists because he's literally just a slight tweak of what was supposed to come with the Hell Charger HasLab, and as far as I'm concerned, that figure just shouldn't exist because that failed. So throw him in the trash.
It does seem weird. This is
Mhm.
also, we should mention, this is an Amazon or like a fan channel exclusive wave, so which is very interesting. But maybe that's the only reason why they can do Damien. He just looks like a loser. I don't know. I'm not particularly.
Absolute virgin.
The Moon Knight is nice.
Nothing in this wave makes me want to like break my getting back into Legends yet. The Bath, if he was his own figure, maybe. That's a pretty good base body.
Dracula's cool.
Dracula is awesome.
Dracula for me. That's the one.
I sent it to Ty, and I knew. I absolutely knew that was going to be the one that he was excited about.
I'd happily get him.
I have pre-ordered 3.
Nice. He's going to have a whole cult of Draculas running around.
Yeah. Well, one of them I'm going to use to make a D&D character of mine, and then the other 2 I'm going to use to just make some Dark Elves.
Okay, cool. I do have a...
I would buy the full wave just to get that buffed and then sell the rest.
Oh, that BAF is going to go for crazy money on aftermarket. I do have
really
a theory
would.
about that BAF too. I think
Lizard.
Lizard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
I think we all know that. I think that's the lizard body right there. It's a pretty good body, so you know.
Yeah, with some tweaking. Yeah, no doubt about that one.
With the legs,
as soon as it was revealed, I sent that. I sent that to Aiden, and I was like, "You think this could be Lizard?"
I sent to the Thatch, and he just gave me like a smart ass like, I think your balls look like Lizard. And I was like, okay, thanks.
And then we had some X-Man reveals. We had the Phoenix Jean Grey. Looks pretty good.
Cool. This one's cool. That effect is like, wow.
Yeah. I would. I'd be tempted if she had like neutral hair.
Yeah.
Because she's on the new body design as well.
Yeah.
So that's great. And then Woman and Storm. I don't remember what the woman's
Destiny,
name is.
I think her name is.
Destiny. Yeah. I mean, that's all right.
You said Storm. You meant to say Rogue.
Rogue. Yeah, sorry. X people. Yeah. Whatever.
Not my cup of tea. I like 97, but I'm not like a full-blown X-Man fan like Aiden is now. So I'm like, I'm gonna reserve.
Yeah, Robo thinks that body for Rogue is gonna come back out with white instead of lime green. Just be the 97.
97, yeah. If there was a figure that I would say is the least interesting, it would be that Professor X. I don't care about that Professor X
Warlord.
At all. But he was super hyped up about it, so I'm like, okay, to each their own. But to me, I'm just like,
snooze fest.
Yeah, but
and then there were 2 more. We have.
Could I quickly add something?
Yeah.
After this Marvel Legends section, could I quickly post a product that's just leaked Comic-Con? It's not Marvel related. It's Doctor Who.
Yeah. Absolutely. Do you want to? No. Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
So we're talking about toys, right? So.
Yeah. Just let me know. Obviously, when we're about to move on, I'll send it in chat and talk about it and stuff.
These guys.
Yeah, we got the Tard exclusive Venom with
Venom.
all those other personalities coming out of his back.
Cool to get a re-release of that figure.
Yeah. I don't love that it's going to be a re-release with peg holes in the back.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I don't know. I would like a regular version that just is updated to be pinless, but
it's still a solid figure regardless.
And then Odin looks pretty
Odin,
cool.
wide Odin.
Yeah, big boy.
I didn't realize how big Odin was in the comic book. I was like, oh my god, this dude is huge. This guy's like Thanos size. That's crazy.
He's massive.
I mean, looking at him, I don't know if you could fit him into D&D somehow, but he looks like he could be a really good...
Probably not.
No? Oh. It looks like he got lots of little parts that you could use, or big parts that
I'm sure you could, but there's nothing that I can think of that would really fit.
Fair enough. He gave me that sort of... He's too big to be a dwarf, obviously, but he's got that dwarven vibe, which is awesome. He looks fantastic. Again, I like... Venom re-release
comes with a bunch of alternate parts and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Venom reissue is interesting because I sold my Venom. I sold both my Venoms, so if I...
Will we ever get that in the movie, though? With all the extra heads and stuff?
I don't
You don't do one because it's from the second movie, isn't it?
Comes off of
Eddie
Eddie.
is.
Eddie,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Wait,
it's
I feel like I
weird.
do have a memory of him like having alternate heads coming out, but I don't know. That might have been in Carnage. I don't remember. It would have been.
I don't know.
I don't
forgot
recall.
there'd be Carnage. So.
I don't remember.
I can't remember that movie, to be fair. So
Yeah. So Ty's never seen it, so he doesn't even know.
Yeah, I have to watch it sometime.
Yeah.
And then you have some Doctor Who toys.
yes, I do. So this leaked yesterday.
Breaking news.
It was
Breaking.
talked about. I'll have to explain what it is and stuff because you're gonna see it and go, "What is that?"
Yeah, that looks like
So,
fucking.
so this is the 15th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. It's by far the most different in terms of design from the rest of the Sonics. I mean, I've got all of them, but typically a Sonic looks like that.
Do not push that goddamn button.
As it has done for 60 years now, or 60 plus years. But this is the first one that we've got where it's very different, and it's very decisive within the fandom. A lot of people aren't feeling it, a lot kind of do.
Looks,
It's one of them things.
Looks a little bit like a vibrator, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's a strange one. But anyway, it leaked. Now the retail version of this is due to come out in October with the 15th Doctor action figure and his companion Ruby Sunday. They're priced at about 20 to 25. Character Options has said they are bringing in new articulation, so they're going to be like articulated like Black Series figures. Which is exciting, but also I'm a little wary of it, just in case it doesn't fit with everything else that's come before. If it looks too out of place and too articulated,
then they're going to start re-releasing all the other ones.
Mm-hmm. So the retail price for this, the standard version, is £30. This being a Comic-Con exclusive. Being a deluxe, it's priced at 40. Now, there's a lot of backlash about this because it's just a prop, It's not even a replica. It's got better paint. I really don't know what features are different about it, but it wasn't meant to leak yesterday or go on any website, but it did. And some lucky people actually got one. But a character have went around and told everyone to take the images down. So, but it's due to release at the end of July. And again, it's going to be for Comic-Con, $50, I think, and it works out to about £40 in the UK. So that is the only bit of Doctor Who merch at the moment. I'm sure there's more that's going to come in July and then again in October. But yeah.
Are you going for the exclusive, or are you going to go for the retail?
I mean, I always get the online exclusive stuff, and again, the one that I showed you with the Chrome, that's a online exclusive. The regular one is just like this really cheap-looking silver, like that. So probably will, even though it's not a design I'm not a fan of. I kind of feel like I want that collector's aspect of it. And
would you get it on eBay or something, or would you have to order it from a site or something?
I'd have to order it either from the Character Options website. If it comes out as an online exclusive, I imagine that's the case, as did that, and that was a nightmare to get. But I'm on the fence. I either could wait until October or get it next month because everyone else is getting it. It's one of them things. But yeah, I'm on the fence. I'm not sure. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for one thing, and it's not even something I'm crazy about. So.
Okay. Right. Moving on, we have some unexpected Figma news.
Yes.
We got Snake from the Metal Gear Solid, as well as the fully painted and sculpted reveal for Ganondorf and a tease for Zelda.
Yeah, and Geralt.
Oh, and also Geralt.
Yeah. Geralt. Well, what were we just saying last stream about you wanting snake figures, and then we got a snake figure?
Not what I meant.
Well, I know.
I'm not.
But
I'm not buying this.
you're not. What? You're not buying this?
I'm not. No, I'm not buying a fucking Figma.
All right. Okay.
Like, the only Figmas I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get Zelda. Might get Ganondorf.
Have you
I'm getting Link.
experienced
That's it.
this brand before? Like,
I have 3. Oh, I had to count 3 Persona Figmas, and Ty's felt them in person too, and
they're just not the
they're
best.
tiny. They are brittle. They're way overpriced for what they are. They're not good. I don't know.
Also, they're Persona figures, so it's just generally embarrassing to be in the same room as them.
Yeah, it's fair. It doesn't really fit into a 6-inch display. I'm shocked you don't want to get Snake. That's the whole reason why I thought you were going to be like, oh my god.
But if the quality's not there and they're overpriced,
if it was maybe if it was Snake,
if they don't handle well,
Snake, you wouldn't even do it if it was Snake Eater Snake.
Nope. I want a better company to make them.
Wow, you're dead set.
They did Isaac from the Dead Space remake. I didn't buy that.
That's fair. I forgot about that. Yeah, I gotta get that Link. That Link does look really good. It's still too small, not ideal scale, but it's.
What scale are they? They're just under 6 inches.
It's closer to Black Series, but I think a tiny bit smaller.
Technically, smaller than Black Series still.
Yeah. So
all right, okay.
It's closer
so
to
maybe like a
5.5
or something.
Yeah. It depends on the character.
They are definitely undersized.
Yeah.
They're not true 1/12 scale.
No, I say they're closer to true 1/12 scale, but they are,
Yeah,
I suppose it would be something like
Dr. Shoe.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to say. Like, it's smaller than this guy, like he's like, and this is already smaller than like a Marvel
Well,
Legends.
these are 5.5 inch, even though the scale close to Black Series just a little smaller. I mean, Marvel Legends are just massive, so.
Yeah.
Geralt looks cool. I haven't really played much of those games, so the Geralt that I'm interested in is the Henry Cavill one.
Yeah.
Ganondorf looks fucking fantastic.
He does look
gorgeous.
cool. He's probably gonna be pretty large too, I would assume.
Hopefully, I don't want him to be small.
Yeah,
he's got an articulated, he's got like that dangly sleeve, and it's on a hinge. That's interesting.
Oh, you're right. That is interesting. No, he looks fantastic. He looks really cool. The pictures are really dark, so it's kind of hard to make out all the details, but he does look really cool.
And then, not my favorite look for Zelda, but high quality Zelda figures, so I'll take it.
I am surprised about that Snake, man. If he was bigger, I'd probably get him because he does look really cool.
I'd want a Snake more in line with like G.I. Joe Classified.
Hopefully Jada will make some.
Hope so. God, that'd be so nice.
Jada would make us.
I want Jada to make everything.
I want Jada, yeah, literally. But a Jada Metal Gear line, like getting Raiden from that line.
Hogan. Oh my lord.
That's the dream right there.
That is.
Yeah.
I will goon if that happens. But yeah, there's some cool stuff. Speaking of Zelda, had some Nintendo news, and Zelda.
I was going to say, you know that company that's doing the PlayStation exclusive characters?
Yeah.
What if they're doing Metal Gear figure?
It's not a PlayStation exclusive brand.
No. That's what I asked Ty a while back, and he was like, "Nope," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, you ruined Ty's segue, so now he's gonna kill you.
Speaking of Zelda, we have some. There was a Nintendo. What do we call it?
Direct.
Direct. I had it and then I lost it. Nintendo Direct, and they revealed that Zelda's getting a game for once. It only took Peach getting 2 games, like 10 years apart.
Oh yeah.
For Zelda to get one when we all wanted her to just be playable in Tears of the Kingdom, but whatever.
And it's
it's top-down chibi. Like, I mean, it's fine, but like,
it looks
beautiful.
Too little,
too late, man. Come on.
It looks great. It's the similar style to the Link's Awakening remake. I think it's a sequel
it's the same style.
Is it a sequel to Link Between?
I don't know. I'm just going to pull it up and have a quick
look.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, we probably should have sent the links for Lay to see this. Just look up
I'm
Nintendo
sorry.
Direct. You'll see what we're talking about.
Is it Echoes of Wisdom?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one.
Okay.
Well, he's just gonna do a quick reaction while we're talking about it. It's gonna be.
All right, okay.
She's tiny, man. She looks like a
Right.
little
Turn
toy.
into Shrek.
She looks like a little toy, mate.
Donkey, she's tiny.
She looks like that. I watched the trailer and
Strange choice to go for.
yeah, it's not my favorite art style. It would have been nice to see. I mean, it looks like a fine, fun little cute game.
It's. I mean, it's not even the art style's whatever, but it's the fact that top down bird's eye view platformer sort of thing.
I mean, it's an homage to the classic Zelda style, which I get. It's just after you come off the relative letdown that was the story of Tears of the Kingdom and Zelda just being completely gypped in that, after, also being completely gypped in Breath of the Wild story, it's just like, it's underwhelming.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's cool that she's getting one, but it's underwhelming.
It's underwhelming, probably.
I mean, I'll hold my hands up. I've never played a Zelda game.
Yeah, I figured.
Never played it. I've got a friend who's obsessed with it, and she's always told me how great it is and stuff like that. But it's just never been. It's never been for me. And I mean, I'm, a PlayStation slut.
Yeah.
So
if you ever do, play Breath of the Wild. That's all I'm saying. Get into Breath of the Wild. It's a fantastic game. But
if I ever got a Switch, I'd definitely give it a go.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you might as well just wait till the Switch 2 or whatever comes out at this point, because that's probably next year. But it looks okay. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't really do a lot for me. It was cool. It was like, oh, Zelda's getting a game. That's cool. But it also, it's kind of like when Peach got a game. It was kind of just like, they don't. They take these concepts that you're like kind of excited about, and then they just kind of don't do anything interesting with them.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. Like the whole appeal of the game is that she's getting a game. That's basically it. So
it's. I mean, she's the protagonist of a game for the first time. Next up, talk about is Metroid Prime 4. I haven't played. I think I played the first Metroid Prime a little bit. I don't think I ever beat it. So I don't have a lot of experience with Metroid, but it's cool. I know Prime's a big deal. It was random that they just announced it in this direct all of a sudden. But
Metroid Prime 4 has been almost as bad as in development state as like Blade. Like it has been canceled so many times. It has been. I think it got announced like in 2020, and everyone was really excited. And then they're like, "Guys, we're starting from the beginning," and everyone was really upset about that. So this game has been like completely like just gypped for years. So it's cool to finally see it coming out. Never played a Metroid Prime game in my life, but it looks fun. It looks really cool. You know what I said when I was watching the trailer? I said it looks like Metroid Prime. That's what I said. It looks like a Metroid Prime game, and it looks like it could be cool. I don't know. This might be my first one.
You know what I said when I watched the trailer? I said, gives me Halo vibes.
That's fair. Yeah. It was probably Nintendo's
I've just seen a screenshot
version of it. Was probably honestly, it was probably Nintendo like being like, "Hey, we need to have like a Halo," like .
Well, Prime was around before. I mean, Metroid was around before that.
No, I know that. I just mean Prime specifically.
Prime probably.
Yeah, I think it came out in like 2004 or something like that. So, like, which is nuts.
Something a little more exciting though.
Oh yeah.
The brothers are back in town with Mario and Luigi, the Brotherhood, or is that the name?
Brothership.
Brothership.
Which is a weird name.
Weird. Yeah, it should just be the Brotherhood.
Should just be Brotherhood.
But
yeah,
pretty fucking cool.
I have a lot.
Everyone said it. Everyone said it. It's so crazy that we're getting all 3 RPG Mario franchises revived in 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's cool, but to be honest with you, this looks like probably the best revival.
What's the third one? What's the Paper Mario?
Paper Mario, the RPG.
Oh, RPG came back. That's right.
Yeah.
Right. I already forgot about that. Sorry.
I forgot about that shit.
No, I never played Mario RPG, so I never had a connection to that one. But this game, Mario and Luigi 3: Bowser's Inside Story, is one of my favorite games of all time. I love that game to death. This studio went bankrupt a couple years back, I think. Who made the original games? Their last game was a remake of Bowser's Inside Story, and I heard it wasn't very good. And that's a shame. It really is. So I assume this is a new team working on it. It's really interesting to see. Did I cut out? Okay, no, I'm back. No, my internet's a little funny right now.
You're back.
Okay. It's really interesting to see this game sort of adapted, or this sort of art style adapted into a new, like, it's crazy to me.
Good.
It looks really good. It's very unique too. It was almost.
I love it.
It's a little jarring, for me personally, but like it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's very strange to see it realized. Finally, after all these years, I hope to God this one's good. Love the character designs. I love the bad guys that they go up against. It's all awesome. Nintendo's finally allowing Mario to not just fight basic ass Goombas and shit. They're letting them fight weird ass like constructs. And it makes me so happy. Yeah, I'm down. I mean, it's so cool to get these games on Switch too, by the way. Like this is what I've been waiting for. The last one was on 3DS, years after the 3DS should have been retired, and that is probably what killed that franchise, honestly. Like, if you put that game on the Switch, I probably would have done like fine. But putting it on the 3DS absolutely murdered that franchise. So
yeah, it's fair.
Cool to see a revival. I'm very, very happy about that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's super exciting. It looks so good.
So good.
Yeah, Bowser's Inside Story I love to play. I've had experience playing a few of them here and there, but yeah, it's just, I mean, I've always loved the stories, the goofy ass. It's those games are what introduced the speak for Mario and Luigi.
Yes.
So
The
like
nonsense.
I love that. The gobbledygook speak,
which I've always.
It's also
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much what pioneered the classic Luigi scream for Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's man, I'm excited.
Their relationship in those games.
I totally thought this franchise was dead.
Yeah.
In like 100% dead and buried. Yeah. It's very interesting that Nintendo's like fully embracing the RPG side of Mario again, which is strange, but super cool. Very happy about it. Looks fantastic, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna buy that shit.
I'm gonna buy that shit.
When does it?
I'm gonna buy that shit.
November.
I don't remember.
November, I think.
Oh, that's right.
November.
It's this year, so that's awesome. It's gonna get that.
I was going to say most AAA games do come out in November.
Yeah, I think Metroid Prime 4 is coming out next year, so that's interesting, especially because the next Switch is probably going to launch next year too. Or I've said next Switch, it might not even be a Switch. I don't know what it is, but
now that's enough talking about universally beloved and accepted bullshit. Braden, I need you to tell me about some controversy.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. One Piece Chapter 1118 came out this week. And as I've been saying for weeks, it's more of the same. But there is one interesting thing that happened with one of the characters. There's a bit of controversy behind it. People are mad. There's a justified reason for it, but at the same time, it's just not very interesting. So I'll go ahead and send the photo that I found here. Lay's going to look
When
at
aren't
this.
people mad about stuff?
He's going to puke when he sees this photo. He's going to be like, I don't know what I'm looking at here.
What is that?
His eyes are gonna go burn over.
God, that is some hard shit to read.
No,
especially
it's the panel layout of modern
Jesus
One Piece
Christ.
is not good. It's probably
Well,
the worst.
also you're supposed to read it from the upper right to the bottom left.
That's true.
So
yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's a mess. You don't have to read it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All you need to know is that girl there, her name is Bonnie. She has been the major focus of this arc, and her whole power is that she can turn herself young or old, or other people young and old. That's her whole power. But she also has this weird power called future distortion, which means she can create an alternate version of herself. doesn't make any sense. I never liked that power, so she's been doing a lot of like Luffy moves where she'll just like recreate his attacks, and I've never liked it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Oda does this a lot with his powers. They just makes up powers that don't really connect very well, just because he's like, this would be cool. Let's do this, and it's like, okay. So now she's created this.
Complaining about that now.
Yeah, right. She's done this future distortion where she's recreating Gear 5 Luffy. Now, Gear 5 is a huge deal in the manga and the anime. It's one of the biggest, craziest things that happened. Actually, real quick, I'm going to pull him down right here.
I'm getting such a big import dump
Thanks,
right
man.
now.
That was the lunch that I had right before this. I got the figure of him right here.
All right, okay.
Heavy contender for action figure of the year right now. But so her being able to like recreate his powers is kind of lame because it makes it feel less like
it cheapens it, like
yeah.
to make it as special.
And I will admit there is something I kind of like. Luffy like cheers her on, like you got this, you can do this, like because this is another thing too. She's a 14-year-old and she's changing her body to look like a 20-year-old, and it's stupid. I never like people are like
that's sus.
yeah, and it's like they draw her really suggestively. There's lots of scenes with her shirt on. It's like I've never liked that aspect of the story, and it's like he
That's
knows
weird.
She's a child at this point. Why would she just? I would if this form was her as a kid, maybe I would be down for that. But I don't like the insistence of making her like a grown
overly sexualized.
Yeah, especially when we know she is a child.
But Gear 5 with tits though.
That is the appeal. That's why people are losing their mind. People are going like, yeah. I am glad to see that a lot of people are like, this doesn't really make sense. And everyone's getting confused, like, no, this has been, like, people know about this. It's like, it's not that we don't know about this. Obviously, we knew that this was going to happen. Like, this is what the whole arc has been building up to, basically. It just feels like a lame attempt to be like, I guess he's inspiring her, which is interesting, and like her whole story arc has been about believing in herself and stuff like that and accomplishing her dreams or whatever, but I don't know. It's just a really strange way of going about it. Her being like, guess what? She's got the same exact powers because she believes she has the same power. It's just, I don't know. It makes,
That's some corny ass writing though.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How much do you think this is an attempt to double the merch sales of Gear 5 now that you've made a woman version?
Oh, there's going to be so many statues.
Statues, t-shirts,
100%.
body pillows.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's worrying though, especially since, like you said, she's a child.
Yeah, no, I mean...
And there's going to be people who are like...
Yeah, there are people who are all over that.
The justification for it is that I think she, like, mentally is a 20-year-old when she turns into a 20-year-old, but she hasn't... It's stupid.
Physically,
I'm not going to justify it.
Here's the thing.
It's dumb.
There is no justification because every woman Oda's ever drawn, unless they're, like, 8 years old or lower...
Yep.
Is an over-sexualized woman.
Yeah, we've seen what...
Or they're a fat troll.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally. Yep.
It's either fat troll, child, sexy lady.
It's a very slight...
There's no in between.
No,
not at all.
I like the ugly troll women a lot more than any other character.
Sure,
I do, I promise. Because they're different, at least. They look weird.
Look, we have video proof that that's a lie, alright? We've seen you zooming in on Nami's tits on video, so...
Look, man, that was a good meme. Yeah, overall, just a weird chapter. I didn't even really talk about what the rest of the chapter was. They're leaving. That's all it is. Like, they're just getting the hell out of there. And the giants are all like, yeah, we love the gods, yeah! Like, they're just losing their mind. No break next week. It's gonna be cool to see her do some Gear 5 powers, but again, it just kind of feels like what are we doing? Like we've lessened the impact of something cool, which is I never liked that. This could be something that the anime could very much change my mind on when we get to that episode in the show. Maybe I might be like, okay, it makes sense, but right now it's like when Gear 5 was first revealed, I didn't really like it, so here we are.
I'm surprised.
It's just it didn't translate very well in the manga. It's just because a cartoony form doesn't really work on like static images. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right, Lay. What you got to tell us about? Speaking of more
So the next
controversy,
segment.
Disney Doctor Who.
Yeah, so tonight is the season final for season 1, series 14, or if you're like me who knows his stuff, is season 40 of Doctor Who. And yeah, this is the first one that's been it's been funded by Disney, but the BBC and Bad Wolf Production have all the say. Disney can go, here's a suggestion for a scene, and then they'll go, all right, fair enough. Like they have done
Let's
that.
see the Doctor pull out his penis.
So it's a strange one because the 60th anniversaries came out and they were like they got all the buzz and everything like that. And there's been a lot of thing about the ratings and all that sort of shit, which is just so exhausting. And then we got the Christmas special, and that aired, and for the first time in my 20 years of watching the show, because next year is going to be the 20th anniversary of when it came back in 2005. The first time I've sat there and go, what was that? That was, if I was a casual, I would not watch this program anymore. It was just really just wasn't what the show is. So I was like, right, okay. And a lot of fans, I've spoken to quite a fair few of people who I'd call like friends in group chats and stuff like that on my Instagram and stuff, and they've been feeling the same. They've felt like they're not excited for it, they're curious, they're very like the hype and everything they originally had was there, and then they saw the Christmas special and it was like, yeah, whatever, this isn't for me. Then the trailers came out and I was like, that fan reaction where it's like, yeah, come on. And I was like, this looks great, I can't wait for this. And the first 2 episodes dropped. And yeah, if someone asked me to suggest if they should watch this show, I would tell them not to start with this. And this is meant to be a reboot and a stepping on point for people. If I was someone looking inside as an outsider, I would look at those first 2 episodes and be embarrassed. It just was not to a great start. The second episode was something that a lot of fans have wanted. It was a musical episode. The show's never done that. It was creative and it was something different. The show is like a sandbox, and it's strange that it hasn't really kind of went out, out the way. Like you could have a black and white episode, you could have whatever. So a musical episode is something that quite a bit of the fan base has wanted, but. Yeah, the seasons went on. We've only had 8 episodes as well. Normally, we'd get 13. And the timing for the episodes is like 45 minutes. They went from like an hour to that. So it's like, and there's been a lot of things that have been coming out saying they've cut so much and this, that, and the other. And I just do not understand why. But yeah, it's been mixed. It's been very, very mixed. Yeah, me myself, there's episodes that I've enjoyed. There's like last week, which gave me probably one of my biggest reactions to the show, as in Captain America being able to lift Thor's hammer level of reaction. It was just, it was something I've always wanted to see as a fan, and it finally happened, and I was like, holy shit. And that was Sutek coming back, Sutek the Destroyer, a character that only appeared once in 1975 in an episode called Pyramids of Mars. The character made such an impact at the time. He's just been like a fan favourite villain, and he's only appeared the once. So they finally brought him back after 40 years, and it was like, whatever feeling I had for the season, that episode, just seeing that reveal, it was like, holy shit, this is why I love this show. It was like one of them, but the rest of it, I personally haven't loved, and neither of the fans. It's still getting a lot of love, but if you go on the internet, it's just like what you'll see with the Acolyte. There's loads of people giving it shit, this, that, and the other. It's woke and all this. The show's always been progressive. I mean, it had a gay director in the 1960s. It had a woman producer, which was unheard of for 1963. So it's always been a progressive show and stuff. But yeah, the season's really turned casuals away and long-time fans, which is worrying. Disney have a contract to make 2 seasons, so there's one that's already pre-recorded, and we're currently waiting on the announcement of season 3 if it happens. This is the thing. If it doesn't get greenlit, obviously Disney will pull out, and it's worrying because the BBC is struggling at the minute with producing stuff, as is the whole of the UK in the film and TV industry. It's just taking a beating. A lot of companies are outsourcing a lot of international companies to help with their projects and just get them funded and made and stuff. So it's not a great time. And me, myself, and a few others genuinely believe this show could be getting canned. Not next year, but the year after. And as a fan, I'm in 2 minds of it. Like, I genuinely would be heartbroken to see this thing get cancelled. It has happened before. Yeah. Happened in 1986, and it was cancelled for 15 years, and it came back. And it's kind of happened again. The viewing figures are down. The rot, so to speak, is setting in. If you line it up with classic Who, we're currently in the 1980s where the viewers just weren't showing up. The BBC had no faith. It's kind of like history's repeating itself. A part of me thinks maybe the show needs a break.
Yeah.
But not cancellation. I would personally rather it have like a break for like 5 years or something, come back stronger than ever with, all the hype and everything around it that I could possibly do. But as of right now, I just think it's not working, and I hate to say that, but whilst the fan in me is like loving that I'm still watching the show and it's coming out, and yeah, fair enough, I'm not enjoying it as much this season. I'm still loving. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have that thing of
you don't want
something. You don't. Yeah, you're like, I'm not enjoying this as much as I should be, but I'm glad it's still here. If that makes sense. Like, hopefully it can get better next year. I really hope it does. But the issue is because they pre-recorded the entire season. They can't go back and go, well, that didn't work. This didn't work. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be more of the same, and if it is, I really think the show's heading in a very bad situation, which is a shame, like I said. But in terms of, like, I say all this, it's still the most viewed thing on the BBC weekly. It's in Disney Plus's like top 10 most viewed thing on the platform. Obviously, it's worldwide now on the platform on BBC, on Disney, so that's really, good. But yeah, I just really wish it was better than it was, especially for someone. Russell T Davies is returned. He brought the show back in 2005. He left in 2008, and he's the first showrunner to come back to the show to produce it again. And everyone was like, "Oh my god!" Like, his first era was amazing. It was such a success, and for it not to be the same, it's disappointing. But like I say, I have these issues, I have these concerns. But my boy Sutek's back. Like, how could I not be excited about? Like, it's one of them things, Yeah. It's I don't know how to feel about it really. I'll always have what I love about the show, and that's classic Who. That's why my bread and butter. But yeah, I just really wish I was enjoying the season much more. And same for like other fans. I just hate seeing fans argue and people, going after like each other for enjoying it or whatever. Like if you didn't like that episode, you're an idiot, or vice versa. I hate that sort of stuff, and that's what the fandom's like at the minute, and I hate it. It's really just not fun. But saying that, so is the Star Wars fandom. So it's really exhausting to be in both.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Speaking
man.
of,
It's terrible. I genuinely think social media is one of the worst things to ever happen to
Yeah.
like media.
When
It's terrible.
I don't watch this show, but like, and I'm referring to, of course, the Acolyte.
Mhm.
Acolyte.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen any of it, like?
I have not watched. Honest. I was interested in it, and then I saw the trailer. I was like, all right, okay, and then I just never got around to watching it. And then just seeing the reaction from those kind of groups and
Yeah.
whatnot, and just people trying to like defending it, and then just it's like the Last Jedi all over again, and I'm just like I'm so exhausted of it. It just does not make me want to watch
It's very
like
exhausting.
something like that, because it's like the baggage of the outside things come with it. Like
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Oh, 100.
Like
It's
like
not,
I see like Ty is enjoying it, or like enjoying it to a degree, but like if you put that anywhere on a public like platform, you
Yeah.
get ridiculed for
No,
being
yeah,
like
all I see is hate on the
simp,
show.
or like
All I see.
it's I don't get it. Like I just find it so exhausting,
It's
and that is
demotivating. You don't want to watch it
Mhm.
because
No, I don't.
It's not even about
I-
like it being like bad.
the quality of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not even
So the
about that.
quality
It's
of
just
it,
the fact that everyone is talking about it and everyone is like
and just
shitting
giving
on
it
it.
shit,
That you're
and
just like,
it's like
all right, what's
I'm alright.
what is this worth the like the pain
Exactly.
and the yelling and the complaint? That
It-
being
it-
said, Ty, what do you think about episode 5 or 4? Sorry.
well, to
Oh.
start with,
Mhm.
I think you should watch it, Lay, to form your own opinion. However, I would wait till the season is over, and I would skip. I would skip episode 3.
Okay, I've heard a lot of bad things about episode 3.
Skip episode 3 and just watch the recap at the start of episode 4, and you'll be fine.
I know what happens in episode 3, but I heard it myself without watching the
It's
episode and
just
thought, oh god,
total snooze fest. It's
yeah,
so fucking boring. Episode 4, however, is pretty dope. Juicy.
I heard when people were talking about the first 4 episodes, because certain reviewers got to see that like 3 and 4 were the best ones, but 3 was getting talked about more.
Interesting.
For obvious reasons.
I wonder if they changed the order or something of the episodes.
No, I think people just hated. I think people just hated 3.
I think it was just because what happened with 3 and the thread and all that shit.
Well, I mean, I don't know why anyone would say that 3 was one of the best ones, because like that's what makes me think that they changed the order of the episodes or something.
Oh,
he just did, yes.
Yeah, I think it's one of them things where just people say something online to get people like, okay, episode 3, let's keep an eye out for that. And when it comes out, it's like, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck is this?
Let's make 20 videos on how shit it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
make that sweet money, boys.
So episode 4, basically, we pick up from where episode 2 left off. The characters are all heading to the forest planet where the Wookiee Jedi has.
I'm not happy about that.
Nest. What about the Wookiee Jedi?
They kill him off screen.
Yeah, well,
I hear that.
He'll be in flashbacks or whatever.
Do you want to know?
Him being killed off screen is fucking dope because it sets up the villain.
Hold on, wait.
And that's some
you
of
say
the
that.
shit.
The producers or whoever's come out and said we didn't have the budget for it. This show, each episode has 200 million per episode, right? Godzilla -1 had 115, I believe. What?
Yeah.
You can't show a Wookiee guy.
You could have cut episode 3 in half and included a Wookiee fight. But here's the thing, alright? They get to the Wookiee's hut. May gets there first, the evil twin. She's like, alright, she had a change of heart since she knows that her twin's alive, so she's gonna turn herself into the Wookiee and apologize or whatever. So she gets
I don't buy that. I don't get why they. Just from
Wookiee's
that.
dead, slash on
Yeah.
the chest, and then all the Jedi arrive outside the hut, and she realizes, oh, everyone out there is fucked. So she goes, peeps out the little hole, and this fucking brilliant shot of the other twin. Over her shoulder, you just see this Sith Lord fucking descend from the air behind her, slowly, and then, I love him so much. Turns around, just, like, gets face to face with her, lights up that lightsaber, throws her aside like she's trash, and then throws all the Jedi. I fucking love it. I hope
Force unleashed.
Oh, yeah. I hope to God the reveal of who this Sith is does not fucking suck.
It's Darth Jar Jar, I'm telling you, man.
Ruin it. That would ruin it so bad.
I'm see a lot of people are theorizing that the writer of the show, I can't remember her name, she was basically talking about she watched something about like two sisters who were like, I don't know, they basically came together to defeat an evil in the end, and it really, like, she loved that, and I feel like that's exactly what the show's going to do. It's,
probably.
like, whatever, I guess.
I have two...
That Sith sort of esque. I wouldn't say he's a Sith. We don't know he's a Sith yet. No one said that's a Sith. Just because he's got a red lightsaber, anyone could make their kyber crystal bleed.
Probably a Sith.
Probably, but...
Based on the era, it's probably one of the two Sith that exist at the time.
But he's the best thing about the show. Yeah. He's just...
Well,
I'd like to
here's the
him.
thing. I have two theories. Either it's the alchemist, Khmer, the timid Asian guy that's helping.
I believe it is, just from what I've seen.
Or, based on the skin tone looked a little darker, this would be the end, the reveal that I don't like. It's their mom. And in which case, it wouldn't be a Sith, and that would fucking suck. Like, it just, that would be so lame. Yeah, I hope that's not the case. But, yeah.
Really hoping it is.
If that is the reveal, genuinely would probably ruin the show for me. I also don't want the Sith to die at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cooler if this show was
but
just
I feel
about,
like it's probably the case.
Like the first Sith, like killing everybody?
Yeah, well, it was meant to be.
No, it's way after the first Sith. This is way after that.
Well, I'm saying that would be that'd be a fun show.
No, so what it is that obviously this is the end of the High Republic era. The old Republic is when the Sith had an empire and they were the height of like their power. Obviously,
also, it's definitely a Sith because his entire speech at the end of the first episode is basically the fledgling version of what Palpatine does in the prequels.
Yeah.
Essentially the progenitor of that idea.
The thing that I don't like, obviously I haven't seen the show. Like I would either wait until it airs until like the shit blows down before I go, okay, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah.
My thing is, and this is from me looking in from an outsider who hasn't seen it, which I found very, very disappointing, is that the show was built up to be about the Sith.
That was the original pitch, yeah.
You know, from what I've seen, that isn't the case at all. It's like you had such an opportunity to like really get like, you know, take a perspective we haven't seen. The Sith can be very interesting if you do them right. Don't get me wrong, they have like really corny shit in Legends and whatever. But done right,
so,
you know, it
Star
could be
Wars,
great. But
you can just give us a protagonist that doesn't have to be a cookie cutter light side good guy. You know, like we can just follow a bad guy or a bad guy.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people argue with what happened, like with Boba Fett, how he changed, like that.
Yeah, and if we followed a sympathetic Sith, then people would be like, "This isn't Star Wars. It's supposed to be black and white. Sith are bad, Jedi good."
I mean, at this rate,
but it also the thing you could argue that. Sorry to cut you off, bro. You could argue is the Jedi are evil. It just depends on which perspective you
take. From a certain point of view.
The Jedi aren't all...
Yeah, exactly.
The Jedi aren't all that. Like, they do some shady stuff.
They're
they take
dogmatic
children.
celibate cultists that take
Yep.
children, and
They're not good folks.
But obviously the Sith just go about what they do
It's
in
too
the
easy.
wrong way.
They don't want to step on anyone's toes. They want to, even though ironically they are stepping on everyone's toes because Star Wars fans don't know what the hell they want and they hate everything. So you can never make a Star Wars fan happy. You give them exactly what they want to see. Like if a Star Wars fan were to describe everything, they'd be mad about it. They'd be like, "This is such pandering bullshit."
Do you know what? Right. Do you know what I hope someone does? You know that I don't know if you've seen them. The cinematics for the Old Republic games.
I have.
Have you seen them? Right. Genuinely superb stuff. Like, and fans are like, "That's what we want. That's what we want.
Yeah.
That's what we want."
At some point,
all right,
someone will do it. And they'll be like, "This fucking sucks."
Yeah, this isn't Star Wars.
Make it exactly like how it is. Get the writer for Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. And I don't know, do a fan cast. Have I don't know, someone
Tom
be
Holland.
Darth Revan.
Yeah.
And I bet you any money people will sit there and go, "Well, this is fucking
This is
shit."
not what George Lucas's cyber battles were like.
Actually, like
100%.
the whole Kiadi Mundi situation.
Apparently
people
they
are crying
his
about
age or whatever. Ain't nobody giving a flying fuck about Kiadi Mundi
no.
ever.
Right, here's the thing.
Robo.
Here's the thing. His age. It was never explained. It was never said. His
I'm sure it was
lifespan
a
or anything
Legends
like that.
thing.
It's in Legends.
Yeah.
Legends.
Shit's
Legends.
not canon, dog.
Just But like people are getting upset about that, and it's just like, really? You're really getting fucked off about like a side character being in a show.
But I love what he says in the Droid Attack on the Wookiees.
There's a pivotal moment for his character.
Listen, right? No one realistically likes Kiadi Mundi. He's an asshole. He had like 5 wives or whatever. He was just
he has like they don't even know
he has
who
like
he is.
maybe 3 lines of dialogue across 3 movies, and then he gets fucking shot and dies.
Yeah, but even in Clone Wars, he wasn't relevant.
No,
like fair enough if it was someone like
he doesn't even have
Master
an episode
Claw.
in Clone Wars.
Yeah, he has the Geonosis arc.
Was he in that?
He's there.
I guess
He's there. He fights with Obi-Wan.
There's like 3 Geonosis arcs, and I sure as shit don't remember him in any of them.
Either way, he didn't make a big impact. So
yeah,
not.
There are Jedi who are like literally a background cameo in Phantom Menace that get more screen time and memorable moments in Clone Wars.
He's just got a big head.
People
know him for it because he's got a big head.
He's got a fucking penis on his head.
Yeah.
Listen, I would understand to agree if it was someone like Master Plo Koon, who is a fan favorite and who is loved. Like, he's a great character, and I really would love for Tales of the Jedi or something like that to do a story around him because he deserves it. He's one of those side characters that is like, he's cool as shit. He was a great character in the Clone Wars. Fair enough, he didn't do anything in Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith apart from die. But I'd love to see more of that character, and it's nice to see that one of his species is in the Acolyte. I know there was a bit of
probably
confusion
about to
about
get
if it was him.
fucking slaughtered.
Yeah, but it is nice to see another one.
About to be a Kid Fisto, massacre.
He'll be Plo's ancient grandfather.
Are we going to see like a 20-year-old Yoda in the show then?
Yeah, Yoda's
I think all of those Jedi are going to die. Every single one. I don't think they leave this planet.
Maybe I don't know.
All right, we need to get moving because we have 7 minutes to talk about The Boys before you have to go for your show.
Oh yeah.
It's all right.
So, The Boys, Season 4, Episode 4.
Oof. I want to know. Right, I quickly want before we talk about the episode. I want to quickly ask, what do you? Since I haven't been here, what do you both think of Season 4 so far, and where would you put it with? Right.
I can't really rank it because it's not.
No. Just with the openings to the other seasons, how you feel?
I mean, I don't even really remember how the other. I mean, aside from Season 3, I don't really remember how Season 2 or 1 opens at all. But
Season 1.
Season 1.
I remember how Season 1 opens. I don't remember how Season 3 opens.
How do you not remember how Season 3 opens?
The dick.
Been a
How do you
year.
not remember that? That's like the one scene
Been a
everyone
while.
talks about.
It's been a while.
That's how everyone. That's like the one thing that people talk about know the show for. At
How
this
did
point.
season 2 open?
I don't fucking know.
I remember. The boys on the run. Butcher comes back.
I fucking
They kill the
really
whale.
love. Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
man,
don't
I don't
know
know.
that.
They're all just so fucking good. I really love Kimiko getting her arm ripped off by weird face hugger child, and then jumping and splatting on the concrete, and then having to put her face back on.
Mhm.
Ugh.
I mean, I like this season a lot
Gross.
so far. It's got
It's
a lot
so
of
good.
great. It's got a lot of good tension. Like everything feels like
Mhm.
it's like a thin line, and it feels like when
Yeah.
it snaps, it's gonna be bad.
Mhm.
See, whilst I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it,
Mhm.
there's not I'm not loving absolutely everything about it. Like I think it's good. It's still the boys. It's good. It's just not the boys at its best. You know what I mean? Like it's good, but it's not. Obviously the season could get absolutely amazing, and I think as it went on, it's definitely gotten better. But
I mean, I guess we're halfway through, and we don't have any moments like Soldier Boy and Butcher versus Homelander or anything like that so far. But I don't think it's any less, fantastic than anything
it
else
definitely
so far.
I feel
we haven't gotten to the like oh shit hype moments.
Yeah, it's getting there, especially with episode 4.
Oh, episode 4 ends on a great note, man. I love how that episode.
But I feel,
Starlight, fucking snaps. We're getting to see Sage's plans start to sort of take roost.
Yeah,
she's she gets lobotomized by the Deep, and then he goes deep on her.
Hate that so much.
Huey's
I
dad.
was watching. I was like, "Oh no!"
Thank you.
Huey's mom.
Someone else agrees with me.
I was like,
It's like
you're such a baby.
Ty's like you're such a pussy. It's like it's a fucking.
You're such a baby.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, listen.
I've played Dead Space 2. That shit is meaningless to me.
Anything else doesn't bother me. Like I even laughed at when the guy was rimming himself.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. I didn't think that was gross.
I was like, shit.
I hate eye shit so much. I hate it. Whatever.
Yeah, and then Huey's mom gives Huey's dad Compound V.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because Huey wasn't gonna do it.
Nope.
And then just you see the blue shit go in the tube, and she's like,
little bitch.
Grade A biatch.
She's shifty.
And then homie goes home and paints the walls red. And I don't know, it's really good. I'm excited.
That was this type of scene where I was watching it and I'm going like, oh, this is like the tension is perfect, but goddamn does it get gross. Like it's pretty rough there. Oh man, imagine watching that with your folks or something. That would be grade A crazy.
What an old man tossing his salad.
Yeah. You hear everything and he's like, go on then. Go on, do it.
Do it. Like, yeah.
He's like, squirt. Squirt.
I want to see you come.
He's losing his goddamn mind.
It's wild.
It is wild. It is a great episode, though. I really enjoyed it.
So good.
It was.
There's controversy for this season as well already.
We got some mystery going on with Butcher that he might have permanent powers now that he blacks out and uses.
Yeah.
He's also got a worm that's talking to him in the form of his wife.
Kill that freak with the long arm.
It's the wife worm, man.
Did you still not see the fucking worm this episode?
I went back.
All right, you better saw the goddamn worm.
I went back and rewatched the episode.
This worm's been like in his fucking head.
Yeah, this guy watched all 3 episodes. He's like, I didn't see a single worm. What are you talking about?
I missed the worm.
There's like 12 shots, or it's just like
they started talking about the worm. I was like, what worm are you talking about? I was so confused.
The fucking worm.
Yeah, well, I went back and saw it. Yeah, it's got a damn ass worm in his head, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was when that scene played out and like Butcher woke up and there was like blood everywhere. I was like, okay, all right.
He's gonna do some crazy shit, man.
Yeah, you just hear Pastor Man go, whoop! And then
he's gonna turn into a worm by the end of the season.
That's gonna I think that's gonna be like a finale reveal.
Probably.
He's gonna that he's got some kind of power because he said he took Compound V. So
Yeah.
This season for me, I could definitely see like the show have ended at like season 3 or something if they wanted to play them like those cards. I kind of feel like they wanted to go, let's keep it going. For me, I feel like season 4
the plan
is
from
going
the
to be
start has been 5 seasons.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
they were like, maybe we'll do more, and then they backpedaled on that.
Yeah, because a lot of people were like, yeah,
Hell
fuck
no.
that.
Hell
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that.
But to be fair, this is the build-up season. This is where we're going to get all that build-up, and
Mhm.
season 5 is going to be anarchy. Season 5 is going to be insanity, dude.
But also, like, season 3 was a build-up season. Season 5 better
Season 2 was a fucking banger, man.
explode.
Yeah. It was, but at the same time, it's like by the end of it, it was almost like, like we were back to the start. It didn't really feel like... But now we're going at a slow pace. We're building up and up.
I think this season justifies where season 3 ends because, Maeve is gone.
Yeah.
Butcher's dying. Soldier Boy is a card that has been played and is in custody at the moment, so not off the table.
No. He's definitely coming back for sure.
Yeah. It's season 5, 100%.
I would be surprised. I mean, Homelander's got his own little side quest going on right now, so hopefully he runs into him by the end of the season.
I want nothing more.
I also think, I personally believe this. I think Homelander is shit scared of Ryan, and I feel like Ryan's just gonna fucking snap on him.
Ryan could be the one to kill him, but that'd be kind of lame. I don't know.
I want it to be a grandfather, grandson team up against their fucking shit ass son and father. Because I think Soldier Boy, more than Homelander, could be redeemed.
Yeah.
And I think killing Homelander would be a good way to do that, since he is one of 3 things that is capable of doing so. I think it might have to be a combination of all 3 by the end of the show.
No problem.
I definitely think Ryan would play a big part in that, but I also think Butcher's the one that would kill him, and that would probably be the end of the character.
It'll probably be like they'll have to do like the disease from Gen V, and then like Soldier Boy and Ryan will have to weaken him, and then sacrifice play. Like once he's been taken down a few pegs, and Butcher has to finally finish.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Except in fact, Ryan could like die randomly. That would probably be the most shocking thing.
I don't think he could die randomly.
No, I don't think he could.
He's Soldier Boy's son. He's probably next to invincible.
Well, Homelander would kill him, to be fair.
Or he's Homelander's son. He's probably next to invincible. I don't think he could. I feel like
Ryan would be
probably more powerful than Homelander.
Yeah,
you're
I was
right.
gonna say that.
Considering he's a natural born suit.
If they really wanted to like shock people, that's what they would do. They'd be like, "Guess what? Homelander murder his own son. Like he just doesn't care."
I feel like what it would be is that Homelander would snap at Ryan, and then Ryan would defend himself, and he'd shit
I would
himself,
not be surprised if this season does end with a round 1 between Homelander and Ryan.
They're definitely setting up a conflict there, so
yeah, the tension is.
Yeah, I'd love it if Ryan laid the shit out of them. I'd be like, yeah, go on, kid, kill the fucker.
I think season 4 might end with Homelander knocking Ryan sideways, and then season 5 would be when Ryan gets his comeuppance, fucks him up.
That'd be cool.
I feel like the season will end on like a downer, as in, like say like season 2 was like, holy fuck, that final was like so satisfying, and and then season 3 it was like, fuck's sake, man, like come on. And then this, it's kind of like, okay, shit.
Well, Frenchie might die, so there's that,
Yeah, I think if anyone's on the chopping block this season, it's
Frenchie.
Probably Frenchie. Based on his character arc,
Yeah, the Colin shit, I just think it's...
I'd hate to see Frenchie go. I love Frenchie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're definitely doing a lot of...
But that's how they're going to get you, man. I mean, that's how they're going to be like, season 5, it's all on the table, no one's safe.
It's the revenge.
That's it.
It's the vengeance of Frenchie arc. That's what it is.
I'd be pretty miffed if like Huey didn't die as well. I kind of feel like he's just there, like a spare part. Like now, like he's not an interesting character to me anyway. I understand that he's kind of
also
meant to be.
If he died though, then the show would end basically without any hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that he's meant to be us in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
but I just think he's boring as shit. He's like
Yeah.
Carl from Idiots, you know.
I mean, he's the
yeah.
guy. He's the man. You know, he's
Yeah.
the normal dude. You know,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, and if you kill the normal dude, then it's like you're gonna end the show with no hope.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
The rest of
I
the
think
regular.
I think he'll survive. I don't think he's dying. I mean,
Do you know who else I think will definitely be joining the team? A-Train.
Probably, yeah. I think so.
I feel like
I
he's
said if
fully
he's not,
stripped now.
I think he's dead if he doesn't join the. Like, I think he's gonna get caught by Homelander, because he's been going against his. He's been kind of hiding behind his. I think Homelander's gonna find it. Like Homelander's probably gonna notice the missing V. I assume. I don't think he's that dumb. I think he's gonna be like, okay, someone.
I mean, it could just be as simple as he goes to his apartment and he can smell the people who are in there.
Literally, yeah, he can do that. So we already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He got a drop of sweat and he was like, "It's you, Campbell."
Chewie, kill him.
Meow.
That was the best scene, man. That was so good.
So good. I think that shoe is definitely gonna drop, and then if he doesn't make a sacrifice play at the end of the season, then I think he'll be on the team next season.
Yeah.
I think he's dead next season if he doesn't die.
Probably.
I think he's gonna die a pretty horrible way. But
I feel like he's redeemed himself though.
He's on the track to it for sure.
Yeah, I feel like he's done the suffering, so to speak, and
they're setting things up with his brother and stuff like that because his brother wants to like talk to him and everything. So I think they're like setting up.
No, his brother didn't want to talk to him. That was Mother's Milk hacking his phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's my bad. Yeah.
His brother doesn't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, he hates him.
Yeah.
That's okay.
His brother hates that bitch.
Never mind. Retract the statement.
I think we'll probably get some sad scene at the end of season 5 where he dies, and then his brother cries, and you're like, "You were a true hero all along."
His brother stands up, gets out of the wheelchair, and he's like, "You were the real hero all along, A-Train."
I'm sorry, my brother.
He's like, he was a cool guy.
I feel like the entirety of season 5 though will be the boys taking one of the 7 out each, like, building up to Homelander, because obviously you get like the Deep and stuff.
Deep better.
Yeah, I think it'll be like taking out the team and also building up the team because, and like training Ryan probably. So if we get A-Train, we get Ryan, we got Starlight. If we get Soldier Boy on the team, that's a fucking powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
They might pull Maeve out of retirement, but she's powerless now, so.
Oh yeah, who should be able to do jack shit.
But Kimiko's on the team too. She's she's Wolverine, so.
Oh yeah.
Who else could they pull out? Huey's dad.
That's Huey's dad.
Yeah, I guess whatever power he just ascends to godhood and he just unmakes Homelander with a snap.
He's got Homelander powers now. That's what he got.
Becomes Dr. Manhattan.
There you go. And he goes, "You've been messing with my boy. I don't like that too much."
And Homelander just becomes dust.
He's like, "Fuck."
All right. Let's wrap it up because you got a show to catch.
I do.
Yes, sir.
It's you're probably 8 minutes late, so.
It's all good.
So. Good news week. Good discussion. Very grateful to have you on, Lay. We'll have you again soon. And thank you, Bray. And this has been the All Things Geek podcast. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.